Hey guys, history behind the warrior, and today we're going to be talking about Cyrax, pre-Mortal Kombat. Cyrax was once human and originated from Botswana, southern Africa. Not much is known about his childhood, besides the fact he joined the Lin Kuei at some point. During his time in the Lin Kuei, he was one of the many Lin Kuei warriors who was against the Cyber Initiative. However, much like many other members of the Lin Kuei, they were forcibly cyberized. Cyrax was now given the name LK4D4. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Cyrax is assigned a mission alongside Sector and Smoke to track down and kill a renegade member of the Lin Kuei, the younger Sub-Zero known as Kuai Liang. The reason behind this was because the younger Sub-Zero was against being turned into a cyborg and left the clan. Due to this, he was marked for death by the Grand Master. During the Earthrealm invasion, Sub-Zero was able to defeat Cyrax and reprogram him with the mission to kill Shao Kahn. However, before Cyrax could find Shao Kahn, he had already been defeated by Liu Kang, and as a result of his reprogramming, he awaited new orders. When these never came, he malfunctioned and wandered into the middle of a desert. Mortal Kombat 4. After Shao Kahn's defeat, Cyrax was found by the Lin Kuei and once again reprogrammed. Due to the fact that Cyrax had been tampered with, his fellow cyborg Sector was assigned to monitor him. After Shinnok's defeat, Cyrax began experiencing flashbacks of his former life. Eventually, Cyrax was found by OIA agents Sonya Blade and Jax Briggs. They then took him to the OIA headquarters and used its technology to restore his humanity. Grateful for their help, Cyrax joined the OIA as a scout in the realm of Outworld. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. During the events of Deadly Alliance, Cyrax would be ambushed by two Oni, Moloch and Dramin. After defeating the two demons, he would then be ambushed by Reptile. After fighting three other combatants, he would realize that his arm console was damaged, preventing him from traveling back to Earthrealm. Whilst being stranded in Outworld, he came across Nitara, who offered to help him return home. Unknown to Cyrax that she had orchestrated all of these attacks. The two traveled to an underground chamber together in a volcano that housed the egg of the long-forgotten Dragon King. Cyrax would submerge himself in a lake of molten lava and return with an orb. With the orb now in Nitara's possession, she honoured her promise to Cyrax and returned him back home to Earthrealm via portal. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Cyrax is seen during the Battle of Armageddon on the Force of Light. He is also one of the many combatants to try and climb the Pyramid of Argus, but he is sent flying off the pyramid by Shiva. The aftermath of the Battle of Armageddon leaves many combatants dead, including Cyrax. We can now jump over to Mortal Kombat 9, which is actually a reboot of the entire series. Mortal Kombat 9. Cyrax is seen during the first Mortal Kombat tournament, alongside his fellow Lin Kuei members Sector and the first Sub-Zero, Bihan. The ninjas were assigned a mission to eliminate Earthrealm warriors so Outworld can win. Cyrax is quite reluctant to follow any future orders from the Lin Kuei Grand Master due to the Cyber Initiative. In fact, on many occasions you see him arguing with Sector about it. During the events of the second Mortal Kombat tournament, Cyrax and Sector are approached by Scorpion, who is looking for Sub-Zero. Cyrax and Sector mock Scorpion, in which a fight then breaks out, with Scorpion emerging victorious. Cyrax is one of the many warriors to witness Sub-Zero's death when Scorpion returns from the Netherrealm. After swearing vengeance against Scorpion, he is approached by Raiden. The two briefly talk with each other, with Raiden bringing up the Cyber Initiative and Cyrax admitting that he was against it. Raiden begins convincing Cyrax, telling him that if Earthrealm loses, there will be no more Lin Kuei. Cyrax leaves and allows himself to ponder about what Raiden has said. Later on, Cyrax would be confronted by Shiva and Baraka on the bridge above the pit. They tell him that his help is no longer needed, and Shang Tsung has ordered for his execution. Cyrax manages to defeat them both, and then confront Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung would express to Cyrax that he was upset at the fact that he nearly jeopardized his missions by talking to the Thunder God. Sector would then reassure the sorcerer, telling him that Cyrax was Lin Kuei, and that he would complete his task. Shang Tsung then created a match for Cyrax to face Johnny Cage. He would defeat the actor and nearly kill him until he remembered what Raiden had said about the Lin Kuei being terminated. He then dropped the actor and walked away. Angered by Cyrax's disobedience, Sector followed him and confronted him. The two then argued, with the Cyber Initiative being brought up many times, Eventually, this led to a fight breaking out. After Sector was defeated by Cyrax, he told Sector to tell the Grandmaster that he was finished, before knocking him out. Cyrax later appears during the events of the second Mortal Kombat tournament, in which he is in an automated form. It is left unknown whether or not Cyrax agreed to the automation, or if he was most likely captured and forced into it. Cyrax appears before the younger Sub-Zero, who is currently searching for his brother's killer, and tells him that Sub-Zero needs to come with him, as he's needed to be automated. Sub-Zero replies that he is sorry for what the Lin Kuei has done to him, but he will not comply. This leads to a fight between the two, with Sub-Zero defeating the cyborg, in which he then teleports away. Cyrax is seen later on after Scorpion has been defeated by Sub-Zero and he's been forcibly automated. Cyrax and Sector then offer their services to Shao Kahn in exchange for Sub-Zero. Shao Kahn agrees, which now means that the Lin Kuei is aligned with Outworld. During the Mortal Kombat 3 section of the game, Cyrax is seen alongside Sector attacking the Earthrealm warriors when they are trying to have a meeting. He is however defeated by Nightwolf, and the Lin Kuei are defeated by the Earthrealm warriors. When Sindel appears, Sector and Cyrax depart. I know I don't normally cover the comics, but Cyrax plays a very small role in this, and it is a very nice send-off to his character. We find out that Cyrax is still a member of the Cyber Lin Kuei, and it is now led by Sector. During the events of the Mortal Kombat comic, Kuai Liang attacks one of their bases and embeds a virus in their system. The virus is able to infect at least 94% of the Lin Kuei network. But the strange thing about the virus that Cyrax has noted is that it has affected 94% of the cyborgs, but there's been no change to them. The two are concerned that they may not know what this virus is doing before it's too late. When Kuai Liang is brought before Sector and Cyrax, Sector tells Cyrax to initiate an emergency memory dump to purge the virus from their system. Cyrax hesitates, stating that something is wrong. Sector then orders Cyrax to immobilize Sub-Zero, after mocking him. Cyrax then aims his energy net at Kuai Liang, only to fire it at Sector. This means that the virus Kuai Liang put into the Lin Kuei system was to free Cyrax from Sector's enslavement. The red cyborg then dodges away using his teleport uppercut, calling Cyrax another traitor. A massive fight breaks out with the Lin Kuei cyborgs attempting to kill Cyrax and Kuai Liang. Eventually Sub-Zero is able to get the upper hand and kill Sector. After Sector's death, the cyborg clone units then pledge their allegiance to Cyrax, deeming him as the new Grand Master. Cyrax is shocked and initially confused of what's just happened. He then has a private moment with Kuai Liang and talks to him about being the new Grand Master. Though Kuai is hopeful that Cyrax will bring the Lin Kuei back to its former honor, Cyrax tells his old friend that only he can restore their clan's honor. Cyrax tells Sub-Zero that fighting alongside a real Lin Kuei member one last time was as good as it gets, and thanks his friend. Although Kuai Liang is hopeful that Cyrax can be restored to his former humanity, Cyrax tells Kuai that a clan needs a clean slate, and initiates the auto-destruction sequence. Cyrax tells Kuai Liang that he is the new Grand Master now, and to make it count. Cyrax says his final goodbyes before departing to the other side, taking Sector's entire base and consuming all the cyborgs in it in a fiery explosion. And this is it for Cyrax. I have to admit, this is probably one of my favourite characters to cover, and it was extremely sad to say goodbye to such a underdeveloped yet great character. Anyway guys, next week is gonna be— His name is John C. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's actually gonna be this guy. I've been wanting to cover Shao Kahn for a very long time. I kind of wanted to cover him near the end of the series itself, but I need to cover him because Halloween's coming up and Shao Kahn's a badass. I just want to remind you guys that the competition is still open to design a logo for me. For those of you guys who don't know and don't really pay attention to it besides the history behind the Warriors, basically you guys just have to create a logo for me. It can be on anything you want and you send it to me. If you're the winner, you can get any game of your choice, and the competition itself finishes on the 20th of December, 5 days before Christmas. My email will be in the description below, so feel free to send it to me whenever you're ready. Anyway guys, please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.